Hi all, my name is Isabeau. I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a musician. About a week ago, I put a little video out here on my channel and asked y'all for a little bit of help. Excuse me, I think I have to burp. I just ate dinner. I had kimchi in my dinner and I can feel it. Ooh, that is a very specific type of heat. Let me put some chapstick on. I'm about to sneeze. Oh. I'm probably gonna sneeze in the middle of like, dang it. Here it comes. No one should use this chapstick. I would rather use it. Okay, let's try this again. Hi, I'm Isabeau, and I'm a singer-songwriter, a musician here on YouTube, but not just on YouTube, in real life. However, right now during COVID, real life is also very much YouTube. Not really, you know what I mean. So about a week ago, I put out a small video and asked for y'all's help. I'll just read the title of the video. So I said, who are your favorite YouTube music makers? And then in parentheses, at 15K subscribers or less. Couple disclaimers. First of all, I want to clarify, make it known that I know, and I hope that you know, that a subscriber count is not indicative of value or talent, worthwhileness for a YouTube musician, for a YouTube creator, but for a YouTube musician. Art is that tricky thing that the reason why we do it and the creative spirit that flows into us, through us, and out of us cannot be measured, contained by a YouTube algorithm or any sort of platform online algorithm. So if you're making music and you're not on my list, or you have a low subscriber count and it's bringing you joy and life and it seems to be connecting you to others, just do it. Keep doing it. I think the biggest question is when we decide we want to monetize our art, our craft, and that's when it gets a little trickier. It doesn't mean that it's still not as precious as it was prior to it being monetized. It's just when our hopeful and dreamy aspirations intersect with reality, whether our craft is in demand in that way. Anyways, that's a whole other video. This video was about hyping up some YouTube creators that I have been wooed by, that you have been wooed by because you suggested them. And before I list them off, I'm gonna try not to talk too much. I'm just gonna tell you who they are, but a quick shout out. I'm gonna read these off right now. These folks commented below the video and super helped me out. So if you wanna go back to this video, maybe I'll put the link to this video in the info box too. Scroll through the comments, check out their music, check out what they're creating. Maybe you have a similar songwriting style, instrument. Maybe you're looking for someone to collaborate with. Connect. So Tyler, Jordan, Jennifer, Dawnfarer, Andrew, Heber, Emma, and Daniel. Thank you so much. I mean, I need you all to know that as soon as I posted it, they gave me lists and I went through every single one of them, and every single person who commented too, whether they gave me 10 options or 2 options, I followed them, like the person who suggested it too. So thank you. Thank you for connecting me to you. Thank you for connecting me to these artists. I appreciate it. One more disclaimer. I realize I am naturally drawn to the singer-songwriter style. That's not bad. It's a joyful familiarity. However, in the comments of this video, if you yourself, or you know of someone, you follow them, they're a friend of yours, is creating music, and it's not necessarily like with their guitar, with the keys, but they're producing it and they're using their MIDI boards, and it's this, I mean it. I don't know how to find them without spending all my time on YouTube, and I am trying to scale back a little bit, so help me out. If I'm missing people, inform me gladly. No, you inform me and I will gladly accept it. That's what I meant to say. Not inform me gladly. That doesn't make sense. The category that I had the most amount of people, I tried to do the lower subscriber count, because to me, that's like the season where you are finding like your your listeners, your community here on YouTube, the people who aren't just gonna click subscribe and then disappear. Like, they're gonna be listening and watching and expecting and commenting and maybe following you to other spaces or coming to your live shows eventually, when that is a thing again. So this was 1,000 subscribers and less. I'm just gonna list their names. I'm not gonna tell you their subs here. It might be listed below. But whatever, you'll go find it. The only reason I wanted to put that is so that you could get in at their beginnings. I know the people who subscribed at the beginning of my very slow cooker. I know the names by heart of the folks who were there with me from the start. And I've had such a slow cooker YouTube life. I was gonna say career. I don't know why I was doing this. Like, when I was searching for all these folks that I used to, like, I first was subscribing and following, so many of them aren't even on YouTube anymore, at least not in that capacity. It's been like 4, 5, 6 years since they've posted last. Made me feel super old. And a good reminder that I'm proud of myself for persisting, but I realized that I'm like a fungus. Anyways, so this is 1,000 subscribers or less. Go find them, subscribe to them. There's 2 here that might have more subscribers than 1,000. It wasn't listed. I couldn't find it. So they're here, but I might be wrong. In no particular order: Lorena Latorre, Nell Sather, Dery Music, Dawnfarer, Sam Dueso, Vraell, Peterhomesounds, and Carley Jeon. Oh, go find them right now. Like, pause this whole video, like, stop, open another tab, another window, go find them, listen to their sweet music. A majority of them are like singer-songwriters with a guitar. There's a few keys in there, and I think most of them, I'm looking at like 1 or 2 of them, maybe 1 or 2 of them have like a small band, but most of them create and share solo. Okay, so 1,000 to 2,000, I have 2. Sarah, it's either Bonn or Bonn, and TALA. And I believe TALA, it's capital T, capital A, capital L, capital A. Smooth voices. Go find them. 3,000 to 4,000, I have the beautiful and talented Misa Rai. And Bobby, I'm going to say this hopefully correctly, Bobby KaKouoris. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong. Beautiful vocals and guitar, and specifically Bobby, songwriter. There's a song, I want to learn it. I want to cover it well. Like, really bad. Okay. 5,000 up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. So 5,000 subscribers or higher, and I tried to like not go anywhere over 15. And just a little side note, I had 3 that were above 15 that I removed because, not because they're not like crazy talented and you shouldn't go subscribe to them, but I realized that they use their YouTube channels as like a landing spot for their music videos, which is amazing. You should do that if you're a creator. That's awesome. Duh. Makes complete sense. But again, I was looking for a particular type of YouTube musician, one that mirrored kind of the experience that I had, which was maybe not just as a landing spot for produced music videos, but also your like weekly content. So your songwriting, your covers, your storytelling, your vlogging, whatever the case. One of my million disclaimers. There's so many names that should be on this list that are on this list, but I'll just keep finding them and keep making videos like this and redirecting your attention there and off of this video where I should have, oh, my camera's gonna die. Should I have taken more time to make my hair? Probably. 5,000 subscribers and higher. First one I've listed is Soul Williams. Sweetest voice. The next 2, both of them amazing guitarists, and a lot of their videos are primarily instrumental, like arrangements. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. Dhruv Visvanath, amazing guitarist, and Shubh Saran, amazing guitarist, and the arrangement of his band. I also liked the storytelling. I like when people tell us about their time in the studio or their writing processes and figuring out a way to vlog that feels comfortable for them. Because not all of us are gonna like talk about like, I woke up in the morning and I went and made coffee and then I stretched and I went for a run. Like, that's not an important process for everyone, and not everyone can do that really well. But when you find what kind of storytelling you want to do, and then you commit yourself to it. That's awesome. I love it. Anna Klein. And last but not least, this one's special. It feels like a weird word. Oh, I don't know why I said it like that. This one is special though, because this last name is one of the many singer-songwriters, musicians that I covered I did cover, but that I subscribed to, followed in like the very beginning of my YouTube road. And it's interesting because I went through all my subscriptions to figure out like who am I like subscribed to and listening to. So many of the artists who kind of gave me an example of what it looked like to create I can't speak, consistent, meaningful content, and to mix in covers to draw people to their page, but also show us what they were thinking, what they were making, creating. So many of those artists have either left YouTube to do other forms of creating, still have it, but it's kind of like just an archive. And that's awesome. That doesn't mean anything's wrong or that they're done as artists at all. It could even mean that they've evolved into something that they've wanted to do more, and no longer felt the need to invest time in their YouTube channel in that way, because it is very time consuming. I feel like all of you know that. Like anyone who's sharing regularly on YouTube knows that it's a little labor of love. So what I'm getting at is when I went through my subscriber list to find those who I was most drawn to, all that, or just to say, I went back to Jeff Pianki. I hope I'm saying that right. I've covered at least 2 or 3 of his songs early on. Jeff Pianki. There was a huge gap of time where he wasn't sharing much, but I think just like this past summer in 2020, he shared a new song called Breakfast, and it's beautiful. And it's sweet. I love it. And I know you'll love it too. That was a really long story just to tell you that Jeff Pianki is my last recommendation for this video of a YouTube artist that you should go and follow. And all of these artists exist outside of this YouTube sphere. Like, YouTube doesn't mean they're an artist. But when you go to their pages, you'll notice that they're using it regularly to share what they're thinking, what they're writing, what they're making, and their voices, and their songs, and their instrumentation, and their storytelling. It's gonna make you feel good. Or if not feeling good, it's gonna move you. There, that's more accurate. It's gonna move you. I don't know which way it's gonna move you, which direction it's gonna stretch you, but it's good to be moved. I don't know what this is for. Anyways, thank you for listening to my YouTube musician suggestion list. 15,000 subscribers and less. I think at the end of this video, at least each artist should have at least 100 more subscribers. Is that too ambitious? I don't think that's too ambitious. So my camera's dead again, but I do want to keep talking because I wanted to play the anti-roll right now. You're about to go listen to some amazing artists at different stages in their creative process. You don't know what it took for them to get to the point where they were willing and able to share the way they are. And for some, it might not have felt like many hurdles to overcome to get to the point where they could share something this vulnerable on such a public platform like YouTube. But some of them may very well have had to scale many, many walls to get to it. So I feel very confident that you're gonna love all of them a lot. And it's super easy to subscribe to an artist, you know. It's like really easy to comment and tell them specifically what you see in them and their art. But let's just say you don't like what they're creating. That's fine. We're not for everyone. I would recommend that if you don't like them, you just leave. No need to thumbs down them. No need to leave a negative comment. That's more time for you. That's a lot of energy to put into something that you could just, keep moving on. So, anyways, anti anake hat off. Enjoy. Let me know what you think of them. Cool. Be good to each other. Bye.